These women didn't make the marquee, yet they managed to steal the show. Welcome to MsMojo, and today I'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 supporting female characters in comedy films. For this list, we're focusing specifically on female characters that played a pivotal role in comedy productions, but didn't quite guide the narrative like Charlotte did in Lost in Translation.
Actually, I just graduated last spring.
What did you study?
Philosophy.
In other words, those who would not be considered the lead because of a more prominent male character or female character, and thus secondary or supporting the others. The films don't have to be straight-up comedies either, and can straddle genres, as long as they're at least partly considered comedic.
That could work. Come on, Red. Maybe we could ask for thou. We're worth it.
We've also excluded animated characters, because they deserve a list of their own. Number 10, Veronica Corningstone, Anchorman franchise.
Good evening. Ron Burgundy is off tonight. I'm Veronica Corningstone.
Ambitious, beautiful, and observant of the world around her, this woman made a significant career move by leaving Asheville, North Carolina for sunny San Diego.
Hello, everyone. I just want you all to know that I look forward to contributing to this news station's already sterling reputation.
Sure, Veronica Corningstone may come across as a bit stiff at times, but when you're working with the likes of Brick Tamland, Brian Fantana, and Champ Kind, well, a firm demeanor goes a long way. And though she's not exactly immune to the charm of Ron Burgundy, she still understands how to keep him in check.
Take me to Pleasure Town.
Oh, we're going there.
As to professionalism in the workplace, Veronica Corningstone is a strong example of a newswoman truly on top of her game.
What?
There's no real news being reported out there. It's just all about ratings.
Number 9, Patricia Fat Amy, Pitch Perfect franchise.
I'm the best singer in Tasmania, with teeth.
Love it. What's your name?
Fat Amy.
At Bardo University, this woman from Tasmania is the cream of the crop when it comes to self-confidence. And yeah, maybe her adopted moniker isn't the ideal way for a woman to introduce herself, but Fat Amy doesn't operate like most.
Strictly bitch, you don't play around, cover much ground, got game by the pound. Getting paid is a forte, each and every day to play away.
And when a girl can riff like this one, she's allowed to work by her own set of rules. Fat Amy's got it like that. Even President Obama was silenced by her treat from Down Under.
We have a commando situation. There is a commando situation on stage.
Oh, he's on top of it!
No, Fat Amy may not be the most polished of performance artists, at least in terms of public speaking, but she's honest, engaging, and a representation of a real woman.
Mein Name ist Fat Amy, und I eat krauts like you for lunch.
Number 8, Natalie Envy Adams, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Okay, I'm jealous.
You're jealous?
I'm allowed.
She's a former flame of the awkward protagonist, and she's the alluring lead singer of The Clash at Demon Head. Oh, and she's also the current girlfriend of Ramona's third ex.
Hello again, friend of a friend, I knew you were.
With a blonde set of locks, the film version of Envy Adams differs slightly from the comics. But look at her. This bombshell kills every minute of her screen time with her rock star aesthetic, thus confusing Scott Pilgrim even more in his quest to conquer Ramona's past suitors.
You just headbutted my boyfriend so hard he burst.
Envy has a way of making her presence known, as she's a dominant female character that demands attention.
We're playing Lee's Palace. You should so totally come.
That's so not going to happen.
Great. You're so on the list.
Number 7, Olive Hoover, Little Miss Sunshine.
What? Little Miss Sunshine?
Yeah.
What?
In contrast to the more self-aware and mature Envy Adams, this young superstar performs simply for the love of dance.
Hi, what's your name?
Olive.
What's your talent, Olive?
I like dancing.
Olive Hoover is Little Miss Sunshine, and despite the varying personalities of her familial travel companions, she keeps her eyes on the prize at all times. Olive may not look like other beauty pageant contestants her age, but that's probably a good thing.
She's alright. She's alright. That girl's alright with me.
She's a fast learner and boasts a most eclectic style during her big finale. If only we could all retain the sense of pure joy throughout our lives.
Are you gonna win?
Yes.
We're going to California.
Number 6, Margot Tenenbaum, The Royal Tenenbaums.
What happened to your finger?
Shh. It's okay, I'll tell you. I'm adopted. Did you know that?
As the adopted daughter of Royal Tenenbaum, This esteemed playwright has a resounding influence over the men in her life. For one, Margot Tenenbaum's own brother developed a crush on her during their childhood. Yet it's the present that brings the most difficult challenges in Wes Anderson's quirky comedy.
I think we're just gonna have to be secretly in love with each other and leave it at that, Richie.
With both Eli Cash and Raleigh Sinclair as Margot's unique objects of affection, all that she really seems to want is some peace and quiet, and perhaps a little alone time to enjoy her secret vice.
How long have you been a smoker?
22 years.
Well, I think you should quit.
All in all, though, she's a high-class woman, both unattainable and still very much engaged at the same time.
I don't know. I can't tell.
Number 5. Velma Kelly, Chicago.
Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? And all that jazz.
Liquor and jazz can be a deadly combination. And when you've got it all, somebody else wants to snatch it away.
You know I was there that night? I was there the night that you got arrested.
Yeah, you and half of Chicago.
For Velma Kelly, she had a lot working for her. Yet a simple twist of fate opened the doors to a jailhouse cell, along with an opportunity for young Roxy Hart.
Look, honey, you want some advice? Here it is, direct from me to you. Keep your paws off my underwear, okay?
Whereas the latter character represents a new school of thought in Chicago, Velma in all her magnetic bravado highlights the essence of the Roaring '20s and the mental toughness needed to get by.
I bet you would have done the same.
Sex foolish. And when paired in scenes with Roxy, Velma's starkly contrasting character adds yet another layer of theatrics to the musical comedy.
You can live the life you like.
Number 4. Regina George, Mean Girls.
Could you give us some privacy for like 1 second?
Representing the prototypical queen bee of the high school experience, this woman has the looks, the sass, and the influence to hold court.
One time, she punched me in the face. It was awesome.
But once the homeschooled Katie Heron arrives at North Shore High, well, Regina George begins to feel the pressure.
Do you know what everyone says about you? They say that you're a homeschooled jungle freak who's a less hot version of me.
Armed with plenty of biting one-liners and a cool detachment, the character breathes plenty of life into Mean Girls, especially once the burn book adds a bit more comedy to the film.
Do not trust her. She is a fugly slut.
She's easy to despise as a character, yet with all her moments of hilarity, it's not difficult to cherish every second of Regina's screen time. And that's the sign of an iconic antagonist.
That is so fetch. Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
Number 3. Mia Wallace, Pulp Fiction.
Hello. Go make yourself a drink and I'll be down in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
In Quentin Tarantino's non-linear classic, Vincent Vega must entertain a specific kind of woman. For one, Mia Wallace has a striking demeanor, and 2, she's the wife of a mob boss. In other words, this is a woman that deserves special attention at all times.
I do believe Marcellus, my husband, your boss, told you to take me out and do whatever I wanted. And now I want to dance, I want to win, I want that trophy.
And in several of the film's iconic moments, all of these distinct elements unveil the essence of her character.
Do you want to hear my Fox Force 5 joke?
Mia's a failed actress, sure, but she's a well-traveled woman that understands how to capture the moment.
You'll be a woman soon.
Of course, the bob cut reminds of classic Hollywood, but it's the way Mia converses that makes her a modern icon of the genre.
Nah, you wouldn't like it and I'd be embarrassed.
Number 2. Sam Thomson, Birdman, or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance.
Truth or dare?
Truth.
You're boring.
In Alejandro González Iñárritu's satirical black comedy film, it's the young daughter of the actor known for playing the titular superhero that essentially saves the day.
You're the one who doesn't exist. You're doing this because you're scared to death, like the rest of us, that you don't matter.
As a nod to the millennial generation, Sam Thompson's dialogue reflects the modern world, and her emotional conversations bring some much-needed levity to her father.
Let's face it, Dad, you are not doing this for the sake of art. You are doing this because you want to feel relevant again. Well, guess what? There's an entire world out there where people fight to be relevant every single day.
Yet her rough-around-the-edges persona also highlights a timely perspective about a rapidly changing society.
Things are happening in a place that you ignore. A place that, by the way, has already forgotten about you.
It's not enough to bask in the good old days, and as difficult as life may be for Sam at times, she's always progressing with her life.
Who did that to you? Could have been anybody, I guess.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Because this isn't a convention weekend with your secretary, is it? Or some broad that you picked up after 3 belts of booze. This is your great winter romance, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry. You were wonderful in there. The way you handled that judge. Oh, you're a smooth talker. You are.
How you doing, dummy?
Better. Now I see your ugly face.
Number 1, Megan Price, Bridesmaids.
I don't think you want any help. I think you want to have a little pity party. Oh. Yeah, I think Annie wants a little pity party.
So just the idea of a best friend's wedding can be stressful, and then you have to factor in dealing with an entire group of bridesmaids.
This is some classy shit here.
In Paul Feig's instant classic, the groom's rather descriptive sister, Megan Price, immediately stands out as a wild card.
How's it going? It's going great. It's going great. I'm on the mend. You know, I just got some pins in my legs. Believe it or not, pins in my legs can still do this. All right, a maid fell off a cruise ship.
This woman will say just about anything, anywhere, anytime.
Hey, not Air Marshal John, you want to get back in that restroom and not rest?
No, I have to get back to my seat.
Yeah, you got to get back on my seat.
She's in full command of every situation. Well, most of the time, and she's always ready to throw down.
Megan, you better learn to fight because life will. Yeah? Life is gonna unlife and I'm gonna bite you in the ass. Ow! Ow!
There's something about the way Megan moves. Something in the way she manages to say those extra few words that make the average situation both comedic and hilariously bizarre.
I'm glad he's single because I'm gonna climb that like a tree.
Do you agree with our list? Who do you think is the best supporting female character in a comedy film?
This is your room?
It was my parents' room, but I made them trade me.
For more hysterical top 10s published daily, be sure to subscribe to MsMojo.
May I have a cigarette?
What?
Shall I repeat the question?